Hey guys, welcome back to another stream slash live stream with Lego Ninja, or not Lego Ninja, Liam. Okay, real quick guys, before I do an intro, I have to make sure. Is it just me, or is Liam's... No, I mean like, it's supposed to have 3 ins. Yours has 2 ins, Liam. That's
No, it actually isn't. I literally just searched
Kid.
banana. I'm
Banana.
literally looking at
Banana
banana right now.
Banana Kid YT. It's Banana Kid.
Banana. Yeah, I'm just looking at. Dude, I
Banana.
just looked how to spell banana and I
Here,
spelled it
Liam,
correctly.
Liam, watch. Hey Google, how do you spell banana?
Banana is spelled B-A-N-A-N-A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
and that's how I spelled Banana. Banana.
Here, let me check. Okay, well then
Oh yeah, I have a driving.
Fortnite's username things was wrong when I looked, because I swear on my screen it says you have 3 ins.
Dude, it's lagging so much for me. Oh,
It's not for me.
this screen's making me
Also, you
lag.
might be wondering why.
Like, I
Why
can't
is
even...
because we have to be I was gonna be a cat skin. And before you say why is a fox, it's not a cat. A fox is technically a cat, I guess. Like a tiger is a cat. Bruh. Phase Mega.
Okay, that almost sounds really bad.
What?
Phase Mega.
Dude, look at all these spray paints. Everybody got bored and then they all left. Oh god. Skittles.
I can't get out of that.
Squiddles.
Oh wait, I don't think Fresh won the
Dude,
FNCS.
well, of course he didn't win the FNCS. Dude, Fresh isn't that good at the
No,
game.
but he made a video. He's alright, but not that good.
I bet if
And
if I
also, he
tried...
plays on OC, which no people play in.
He plays in Oceania?
Yeah.
What? I thought he played on, like... For some reason I thought he played on European or NA West.
I just have someone in my drive.
Alright, so, I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna just watch this. Liam, you said you had to go eat dinner or whatever. I will just like email in front of me because I'm probably gonna be just laying down watching this and with my headphones off, muted myself. So just like run in front of me once you're done, and I will unmute myself and we can go do community creations while people watch it. And if you don't want to, you can just skip off my stream for like maybe 20 minutes. So Liam, go eat dinner or whatever you need to do.
They just came off the back of their FNCS win last night, winning back-to-back FNCSs in OC.
Liam, I'm not ready yet.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, I know I'm a bit biased. Last time the OC boys showed up to NA East, they won a week and they came top 10 in the finals. Just saying, but back onto NA East right now. DGen, Ages, and Skittles looking really not too hot for this. DGen has got that pepper popped. He is trying to get to that zone as quick as possible. Does he get in? No, they both go down. No. DGen and Skittles are out. Ages is a solo, 23 health, 100 shield, 7 builds. I have to think this is it. Disaster is struck and Ages is going down swinging, but regardless, he is going down. This is monumental for this NA East finish. Second place is out. Only 2 points behind first. First can now try to run away with this. Remember, Damir and Reverse, they're in third right now by almost 40 points. They can catch up, but it is all eyes on Commandment, Centered, and Edgy. They've got second place, back-to-back FNCSs. They're sick of being runner-ups. They want to stand up first on that podium and get the champion axe, and this is their chance to do it. As now you see, also 5th place as a duo. This is their game.
Yeah, for sure. With Avery being down here too, this is just dismantling, picking apart the trios that we are trying to hope to see jump on up and make this a close tournament. But you know what? For a team like Commandment, Sense, and Edgy, you know they have to be feeling so good right now. But this will also equally raise the pressure for them, right? When they know, okay, we're the only team up right now. Our competition is basically not here. The team that was so close to us, how far can they run away with this absolute golden opportunity
Difficulties,
that they
Liam.
have granted? We already know they have the search tag, but we also
Liam.
know they're very much in a highly contested area just outside of
Okay,
retail rail.
Liam will
So it's
join,
ever so slightly shifting back this
I
way.
guess, when
So
he's
they're
done.
going to continue to move. And here's the teams they have to move through. It's just
Alright, so I'll let this play for like a little bit longer, and then, yeah.
a lot of space to work with here.
I want to talk about this loadout. What this loadout means. This is supreme confidence from Centered right now. Infantry rifle pump. That is an absolutely deadly loadout, but an absolutely unforgiving one. If you miss your shots, you are going down. You have no semi-automatic weapon to pull out and hit the high fire rate. You just have a pump and an infantry. But if anyone can pull it off, it is Centered. Talked about it yesterday. My man puts in the hours. He has over 1,000 hours in the aim trainers because that's what it's about. It's putting in the hours. It's training. This is like any other sport. You can't just play the game and call yourself a pro. You've got to do what some would consider the boring stuff as well. And it's all going to come down to this. They need to push through TSM Commandment, NRG Edgy, and FaZe Centered. I feel like we haven't talked about how just stacked that is as well. Three of the biggest orgs in the world all represented on one team. Only in Fortnite could you see that happen. And they're set up in a great spot right now. Edge of fourth. They're not going for the big high ground. They have the potential to pull the half, the fifth zone. And they have 8 peppers, Monster. 8 peppers. We've seen what they can usually do with 2 or 3 on a single rotate. If they can keep these going all end game, this is looking like a big win condition for them.
Yeah, for sure. And this is all going to come down to here. What can they do with this big game here? I'm hoping that they do end up popping off here, but so do Miro, Reverse UK, and Day, of course, too. We want to see them pop off as well. They have the HP to do it, and this is probably the healthiest we have seen them coming into a game. So far today, those first 3 games were just brutal. Round after round, it almost just always somehow ended up like Miro by himself or the team just broken apart, really trying to figure things out with their loot. But this time, 3 elims to rotate into retail early, picked them up a full team wipe, and now they're looking very strong here inside this game right now. They do pull zone as well. This is big, and they're on the side of the mountain hold as well, so they have that little bit of advantage, especially if the zone ends up coming up this way towards the spire.
And we have Jampa, Threats, and Rise out. So that is 2nd place, down. That is 4th place, down. 5th place is a duo. So all eyes on Commandment's team and Day's team. These are the 2 teams in the run right now. You need to see Day, Miro, and Reverse have a big game. The pressure's on them. They can't just win this game. If they win it, they need eliminations to boot right now because Commandment, Sense, and Edgy are holding on to their lead, and it's Day's team that's playing catch-up. Last time we saw them when they won their FNCS, Monster touched on it beautifully earlier today, they were in the lead coming into day 2, and they slipped off a little bit, but they just held on. Now they're trying to catch up as Stretch goes down as well. So that means 5th place is down to a solo. All eyes now on Day's team to try to catch this up because even if they can't get the win, this is their chance to secure a top 3 or even a top 2 and try to chase down the leaders. But they're only 72 above, and where does zone show? Do they get the zone? Does it pull towards this? It does! It pulls towards the southeast section. Commandment, Sense, and Edgy get to just stroll into the next zone, sit up pretty. They're not going to go for high ground. We know this team has got eyes on the low ground, and they got eyes on the prize right now. They are in a beautiful position to win this.
All right, I wonder what kind of plans they're making with this one, because this is virtually a free ride to endgame for a team like Commandment, Sense, and Edgy. I don't remember them pulling a zone so far inside this FNCS. For the most part, it's always them moving, rotating. The one time they had high ground, they had to cut all the way across the field. But for Day, Mirror, Reverse 2K, for Scented, Commandment, and Edgy, they all now have the zone. So it seems like they'll be able to sit pretty here for quite some time. Now, though, Day sitting on a bunch of this extra loot here. They can definitely do something big with this, which means they can take this box in any which direction that they want to. They should be A-okay as well to do exactly what they want to do best. Find elims in this end game, rack up these points. They already got 4 this game. This is the best game so far of the day. This is the best position we have seen this trio in coming into today. Yesterday, they were on such a record-breaking pace. Today, they are now playing catch-up. It's almost like they used too many of their cards yesterday, and now they're just trying to catch back up.
Mega, Rokane, and Dubs are still in this in 6th because we have 7th and 8th down as well. This is the complete opposite of last game. Last game, we saw all the big players make it to the end game except for Saf, Stretch, and Avery. Now, almost none of them are here. Only 3 teams inside the top 8 right now are here, and we've been seeing Miro pull off a lot of solo clutches today. This is Day's moment. This is the player you want to watch coming into this end game. Everything is going to pivot on Day as Dubs has gone down. It is now up to Mega and Rokane. You guys at home know, if you watch any competitive Fortnite, if you watch any Fortnite at all, you know how lethal Day can be. And honestly, so far today in these end games, he's been a bit quiet. It's been down to Storm Surge. He has had his back up against the wall, but right now he has the advantage. They get zone. He has his foot forward, and he needs to make something big happen. I'm looking at Day to pick up this team and try to carry them and push them forward, because it takes those kind of superstars to make these big games. Day's been here before. They've won an FNCS, but such a young player who's just rose astronomically. The pressure's on, and they need to make it happen, as Center's going to lead the rotate with those peppers like I talked about earlier.
Yeah, here it is. It's time to go in and hit the peppers, get the rotate. They're gone, and they're doing a good job making it all the way through. Not a single team looks back to fire at them either, so it's going to be a successful rotate to the front zone. Reverse 2K, Miro, and Day right up above. Use all that excess loot to do just that as well, and that's the benefit of sitting on top of the refresh loot there. You have so many options to play with, but for Edgy and crew, what else can they find here inside this game? The longer they stay alive, the better they are, again, distancing themselves away from that second place team of DJ, Azers, and Skittles, who are no longer inside this competition. As far as teams up right now, Mega, Dubs, Rokane, Day, Miro, and Reverse UK are the biggest competitors for them to go ahead and gap themselves away with, and it looks like they're looking at one another right now. The shots are exchanging between the two bots, and that is our first and third place team ever so slightly getting into a bit of a skirmish on both sides of the wall there.
And they're right next to each other. We talk about Edgy, Commandment, and Centered being the kings of low ground. They got feet on the ground right now, but I think Zone might go back up and over here. They need to get up. The spray's coming out. This is very scary for them. Damir and Reverse are looking a bit better here. And if you look at Edgy's loadout compared to Centered, they have put all the firepower on Centered. If Centered gets caught out, they are going to lose so much coming into this end game. Damir and Reverse have evenly spread it out a little bit. They have kind of spread the loot and the pressure out. Centered is putting a lot of the pressure on himself right now. He has the big pump. He has the big infantry rifle, and right now he's sitting at the back looking to use them. Bucky takes down Coop. Macwood finishes off Coop. Miro gets Blake, so they're getting elimination on the board. There it is, 6 eliminations right now. They have 4 on top of Centered, Commandment, and Edgy. They are getting the points back, but Center's looking for it. They need to try to get to a spot in this zone where they can get down the bottom. If this zone goes down and then 8th zone goes across the mountain, that is Centered and Edgy's win condition. They need the zone to pull across as Day gets another knock and an elimination. Day is stepping up like I asked him to, and they are pushing through this mid ground. They have the mats, but both of these teams, I would say Monster, are in almost identical situations.
Yeah, they all are. They all are just looking so good right now as far as the loot, the overall situation goes inside the game. But Cease is going to go ahead and fall there to the hands of Rokane and company. Rokane's going to find Knifer, and then the follow-up too. So that's a quick team right for him. And now, again, it puts him in position now to go ahead and carry his team just a little bit more, closer to that top 5 situation right now. And he is still in this game here. That's a big pump. 94. Can he get the body tag? No, he doesn't find it. But again, it is all about stealing away these placement points here. Ascended, Commandment, and Edgy just barely squeak their way out of that low ground. It's up the mountain. It's so tough to make these rotates, but they do manage to pull it off. And it's another end game finish for them. Miro's going to actually find Rokane there on the backside of the zone before he falls
Miro
to the hands of Scented. So big of a shot right there. Pivotal moment here for Scented. They are just trying to stamp their way to first place here, Ozzy.
This is everything right now, Center. The pressure's on. We've seen Edgy pull off the last place shot. We've seen Commandment do it time and time again. Centered, do you have it? Nerves of steel, the big pump in the back pocket, the infantry rifle. I have been hyping up your aim for days now. Can he pull it off? And no, he's going to go around the outside. He pushes away. He denies the elimination. And Macwood, Kanata, and Bucky walk away with a 15 elimination victory out. I've got to apologize to you guys. We have been focusing big at the top of the leaderboard. That is a team in 11th. And that is a huge surge up. Bucky's team has been very vocal on social media about having the comeback of Fortnite's history in day 2. So far, they've been a bit quiet, but I think that might be our biggest elimination win so far, Monster. That's a huge game, but is it too little too late?
Yeah, credit to the Victory Royale there. Credit to their performance so far today. Again, just that's over 100 points they put on the board today alone, making it at least a comeback story for them. Remember, what's on the line for some teams is still fighting for that top 3. And with how teams are falling up at the top there, Ozzy, anything can still happen. It is anyone's game. But for Sensei Edge and Commandment, though, right now, they're looking so good. We're going to toss it over to the Desto, Zeke, Adam, Savage, Vivid, guys.
Monster just wanted to say your full name. I caught you, Monster. Okay, you're exposed. All right, crazy game. You know what I love about this as well? In the back, we're kind of watching this game unfold. And Vivid, you're like, wait, high ground, look, and I'm like, what? I don't see it. What are you talking about? You're like, look, Bucky, Macwood, Kanata, they're up there. They're gonna do it. I'm like, Vivid, you know, you're not an ex-professional player that's been on the stage of the Fortnite World Cup. You're crazy. You don't know what the heck you're talking about, boy. Boom! It happens in a 15 VR, 15 elimination victory royale. See, my mind's getting ahead of me now. Absolutely insane. Well fought for the trio. How you feeling about that, Vivid?
Feeling good because, you know, we keep talking about how last FNCS, that specific trio had an amazing day 2 after a not so good day 1. And if they keep up what they just did, if they get another high elimination victory out like they just did, they could very well do a duplicate and just have like a quick rise up the leaderboard just from a superb day 2 performance.
Yeah, you know, Ozzy hit the nail on the head there. You know, we focus so much on the top kind of few teams that we kind of sometimes don't look at the back of the pack, 11th through 20th, for instance, and they have been there or thereabouts. Macwood's trio in 11th for ages. Suddenly, 15 eliminations and a VR gives you an extra 60 points on the board. That's going to really shoot them up into contention now. So I can't wait to see how this one unfolds. But, you know, our two teams as well, Vivid, you know, our Miro's trio centered as well. I mean, they got a lot of points on the board, but the top is going to look mighty interesting. I can't wait to see what happens.
You know, we're going to get to those standings, but first, class, it's time to take a seat, because we're going to the Vivid School of Learning. Teach, over to you.
Teach, yes, grab your notebooks, because we're going to be looking at that victory out from aspect of them. But I wanted to highlight how we always talk about, you know, the front of the zone. Look how they are in front of the zone, the moving zone. So the moving zone is essentially going that way, and they are at the front of it. Whilst they are at the front of it, there is a huge fight going on the high ground, and whilst this fight is going on, it's forcing these guys to stay towards the back of the zone there. And basically what that does is it creates this huge gap and this opportunity for Aspect, Kaz, and Hoofishy to take advantage of the time that they are losing in terms of moving towards the front of the zone. And again, as you can see here, this fight basically forces all of these trios to still yet be further back than Hoofishy, Kaz, and Aspect, and they are creating much more distance in between the two. And this trio in the back here, all these high ground trios, must basically go towards Aspect in them. So basically what this ends up doing is, as long as you are aware enough and you are at the front of the zone, Hoofishy was aware enough, as you can see here, they start to build up vertically. Now what this does is, Agers as a solo, usually in these fights that happen on high ground, there will never be a full trio left, right? So be it a solo or a duo, he is now in a bad position because he has 3 individuals that will be able to shoot out any builds that he tries to place to close that gap and continue his journey towards that front of the zone. Really easy high ground take for these guys because they were aware of what was going on in the game, not just what's in front of them, but what can also be behind them on the high ground. And then, you know, they get that high ground, and it's basically what ends up leading to that victory out. But something that I wanted to point out is high ground isn't just about having high ground and just chilling there, right? Aspect here gets 2 white tags onto this player right here, and instead of shooting down this wood wall, he recognized that it's wood, and usually after somebody gets tagged by these shots, they'll go for some heals. But instead of shooting his AR and going for this elim himself, watch what he does here. He pings the builds, waits for his teammate to get there, and then they both double spray it, and they get a really quick, nice and easy elim and a refresh because he goes down there and grabs that refresh. And all of that combined basically leads them to this victory royale, and they have a really clean closeout onto threats here at the end. Well done.
I love that. I love learning so much about the game. I mean, you're now available for AAA Fortnite classes, you know, leaderboard maps, and obviously hairstyling with those sumptuous curls of yours. We have we have the leaderboard. We have first position, of course. Commandment goes in a trio there. Centered Edgy, 318 points, 2 victory rounds, 52 eliminations, 214 placement points. I mean, placement points wise, absolutely dominating the leaderboard right there. That is how they've got to where they are. They continuously finish in around the top 5 or so. It's amazing. But they're in second position, the team that I've nominated my prediction there, 172 placement points, 57 eliminations. The top eliminations on the board so far, 286 points. We're still talking about fine margins here. 32 points separates first and second position, and in third position, 4 points away. It's so tight here. And let's take a look at the 11th and 20th as well. I mean, Vivid, it's even in this in its capacity, you've got teams that are really close to getting into that top 10.
Yeah, that top 10 is something really, really worth for your board, because as Zeke always goes over it, those prize means they increase every single placement you get, especially when you get into the threshold of like top 10, top 5. So you gotta fight all the way into the end there. But something that I just don't enjoy seeing is that our previous FNCS champions, Slacks, Acorn, and Jack, fall down to the 13th position there, and they're even like miles behind, even like 10th. So they really, really gotta have some good last games here to have a fighting contention for those good, ending prize pools.
Man, it is a tough competition in NA East. It is a who's who of who could pull off the unthinkable. But Vivid, your trio right now looking real strong. But we have 2 games left. Anything can happen. And if Fortnite has taught us, anything will happen. Fortnite fan, we're jumping on the battle bus once again. Monster D-Face, Aussie Antics. Back over to you, my friends.
There it is. We finally see that strong performance from Bucky, Macwood, and Kanata come out of nowhere, seemingly, again, just throwing them right back into the competition or conversation for the top 3 slot. Maybe even better here, depending on how our top teams perform. But for our top teams, most importantly right now, is that Commandment, Sense, and Edgy here, Ozzy, have now given themselves a 30-point lead. Is that going to be enough? Is that enough to give them the comfort that they need to walk away as our next champions, or will they need to do more? Because quite honestly, if Daymiro and Reverse UK continue to pick up the elims again the way they just did, it's going to be hard to hold that lead.
It's going to be very hard. In third place, Degen, Ages, and Skittles, that was their worst game of the weekend, a 26th place. Previously, before that, their worst game was a 13th place. So that was a disastrous performance from them. But they're a team that has a 9 elimination win in the back pocket. They've pulled off big point games. That is more than enough to jump them up if Center, Commandment, Edgy fall down here. And again, we've seen that a few times. Center, Edgy, and Commandment's consistency has been ridiculous. But third game of yesterday, they went down with a 3-elim 18th. One more game like that and things can change. I know everyone at home, I know it's our job, we build the suspense, we make it exciting, but this genuinely is not their tournament yet. Anything can happen here, as Macwood, Bucky, and Kanata, one with Peace, kind of have a huge performance despite a far south zone, 15 eliminations, putting them at 114 points today. That means that they took so many of the points away from these top teams in contention. All it takes is for one of those top 3 teams to have a game like that themselves, and then it might be over. But with 2 games left, they need to step up now.
Yeah, for sure.
Aegis,
and when
Aegis went down.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, Aegis down now. All of a sudden, you talk about them being isolated, their drop spot being so tough to actually play out perfectly every single game. We're watching the weaknesses of the drop spot when they're spread out like that. Players can get picked apart, and it seems like Aegis is gonna get caught off there. What I wanted to mention though, as DJ claws back. Okay, so we have some pretty big fights going on here. Stacky is now the last alive here for his duo. Or actually, one of the missing parts here. We might have a second player nearby, but DJ has to clutch up here. He doesn't even have HP. He is the last member alive on his trio, and he is going to fall right now. So third place, now out of the game. After, playing almost a near perfect day, 2 days of Fortnite, the last 2 games have just fallen short. What has changed? I have to assume they are getting sniped out of their loot pathing by that team of Team TNA there.
I mean, their previous worst performance was a 5-elim 13th, which is still a fantastic performance. We ran the statistics today. They have gotten over 20 points in every single one of their games until the last 2 games. That is a 26th place and a 33rd place. They just came last, and they're in 3rd place. Anything can happen now. Can Commandment, Sense, and Edgy, can something throw them off? They have a big area, they have a big amount of loot, and so far they're...
Alright, mates, I think it's been enough FNCS for now. Maybe Liam will get back soon, and actually just sent an invite to Lego Ninja. So yeah, that's also something else. So if he joins, then that means somebody else to do community creations with, which is going to be pretty dang decent if you ask me. Because it's kind of fun. But while we're waiting, I might as well go ahead and do something else. called Drop Wave. Now, in case you don't know what Drop Wave is, it's a fast-paced and round-based drop-in. Drop in and check your loadout and get going. The storm moves so quickly that you'll have to shoot first and think later. Secure 3 wins to take home the Victory Royale. And well, I already have a few wins this season. I kind of want to get another one, so that'd be pretty nice. And no, this is not a community creation, so yeah, I'm not going to go and do this without Liam or somebody because it's better. But if they don't come along, then yeah, I'll do it by myself. Our boys are called up Andreas, and he might join. And if he does, that's pretty good because I need him for the community creations and stuff. Yo, Andreas. He's not here because he left the chat, dang it. Alright, well, I called him up. He might, if he joins, then that's great. If he doesn't, then that's not as great, but it's still fine by me. Dang it. I don't really see a point to this because kind of just shoot everybody and then hopefully you kill them. It's not really no point to this, but yeah, sure. This is fun. Real fun. This is even more boring than tacos in milk. I don't really know what that was, or what that is. Just randomly said it. So. Round 1 victory, you have gained the lead. Yay. Aw. Funny birds. That was lame. Oh my gosh, this loot! It's the most delicious loot I've had in my life. I have an escape plan. You know what? Escape plan, use. Simper, stop joining my party, I swear to God. Dude, this is why you should never give me a rocket launcher. That's why you should never give a lot of people rocket launchers. Oh, come on. Transform killed me. So travel. I don't know what his name is. Dude, he's above you. Or not, maybe. Dude, does he not realize he's knocking you down? Oh! Dude, Beast Stank, he's like a freaking champion. Sure, I killed a few people, maybe more than him, but dang, he's a champion. Back in our meteors. Okay, this leads pretty good. Pretty good, man. I mean, there ain't no rocket launcher, but hey, pretty good. B-stars. I don't know what that is, but ha, you just wasted your mats. Okay, maybe not. Dude! That was not cool, man. Not cool. Dude! Alright, well, we lost this one, because the only guy left is Cactus Jack, and Cactus Jack sucks! He's always the first one to die. Diego killed me. You see what I mean? There's like no point, you just shoot them all. Alright, it's not about me. Enemy teams get closer to victory. Yeah, I know that game. Freaking game. Rub it in my face like that. Freaking game. Kill you, game. It's not possible, but I'll find a way to do it. Dude, one team only has one person on it. At this point, I just leave. Because if they have 0 wins and it's one person, I'd just be like, screw it. But if we had 2 wins and it was one person, then I'd probably try more, because I only need 1 more win. Weeping Woods. Woods that cry. Oh, this load, it's legendary. Oh, dude, there's legendary loadout. I was about to say, this loadout's legend. The team has been marked. Why? Oh yeah, because we're in first place. Duh. I know, we're just like best people. Dude, this guy can stop. Oh no. Okay. I love being first place and all, but it doesn't help that we're marked. At all. You know you have a rifle, man. How is this guy still alive? If he's marked, seems like we have been shot. Okay, there's only one other person left. Cactus Jack, our guy, and then one guy left. Alright, we won. Yay. I'm actually really surprised we won that because it didn't seem like we were winning in the first round. Wait, do I have cowboy boots on? Yep, I do. Roadmaster. Alright, what are we doing now? Mini creations is 5 of them, actually. So, what to do until Liam gets back? You know what, I'm gonna message Liam, see what he's doing. See why it's taking him so long. Gonna say, yo Liam, what time you getting back? I'm just well, Scooby about bee, and then see a little Scooby about boo, and Scooby about doop. Then let's see, and then Scooby about bee. And a little Scooby about bee. When we're meant to drop wave. Skibot boo. Alright, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna pause my broadcast and then I will resume it once it gets back, alright? Sound good? Sound good.
Let's go. Yeah. New York, stand up.
Yeah. Look, pulling the spot. Ooh, watch how I drop. Believe it or not, this isn't all that I got. They told me to rock, that's not how I rock. Now I gotta pop Madonna. Trading my traumas for commas. I gotta do what I promise. Pulling the spot. Ooh, watch how I drop. Believe it or not, this isn't all that I got. They told me to rock, that's not how I rock. Now I gotta pop Madonna. Trading my traumas for commas. I gotta do what I promise. Green, every light around me is green.
Wait, maybe he's not dead. Oh, he isn't. So. Hello? Hey. Terrible mic check.
What?
It's a terrible mic check because all of a sudden I let her.
No, I had to move. I was using the wrong earbuds. I put in the wrong
Oh.
ones. Liam's on,
Yeah,
so.
I was just streaming. Liam's on.
Yeah.
I need him. Cause,
You need him, yo. Yo. You need him?
Yo. Dude, we were talking on, and I had to clean up the dishes, in the dishes.
Be quiet. Excuse me.
Yeah?
Alright, well, since I'm streaming, and I
Yeah?
all the FCCS and creative and community and the crossover and all that stuff.
Why are you streaming?
Because I want to. Community creations and stuff. Let's see Car Royale. Oh, yeah, Car Royale. Car Royale.
It's on Phil.
No, it isn't. It's on Bill Phil.
It kind of says Phil.
On a racing skin. No, it doesn't. It says Bill Phil.
Oh, well, it kind of says Phil for me.
Wait, it doesn't say just Phil. It doesn't say Phil.
It says Phil. Yeah, it just kind of says Phil.
Oh, okay. So it's in hot board Phil.
Yeah, it's just FI. You're on stream, so I probably can't say a lot of stuff, so never mind. Seth, end your stream so I can be myself again. I can't be myself during a stream.